People often talk about skipping leg day, like, oh, you can't skip leg day, bro, you can't skip leg day. And while it's true that you shouldn't neglect them completely, in terms of aesthetics, they're not as important as you think. And there's another muscle that is way more important and way more overlooked than any other fucking muscle. Now, I'm a naturally slender guy. I always have been. I'm like 6'2", stringy, just your standard ectomorph in every sense of the word. And I used to think I was like a hard gainer. But in reality, I was, I had no solid gym routine. I had no accountability. I had poor diet, poor sleep. That was just, I was not doing anything properly. I just thought, oh, why can't I put on weight? Why can't, it's so hard for me to gain weight. It's like, yeah, because you're not fucking doing the things you're supposed to do, dickhead. I've learned in recent years that your shape is way more important than fucking size, okay? The actual shape of you is way more important than size. So there are 6 aesthetic muscles, right, to build a more aesthetic physique. You've got the side delts, traps, upper chest, the abs, the lats, and your neck. Okay, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. You never ever see people training neck. It is the most underrated muscle as a skinny guy that is going to make you look more jacked. So I found a couple case studies that I wanted to bring to the table, I guess. The first one is UFC fighter Leon Edwards. Okay, now you can see his physique. It's not a bodybuilder's physique by any stretch of the imagination, but it's very attainable, I think, for most people. He just has all of the attributes tied together. We're not trying to enter Mr. fucking Olympia here, okay? You don't need to be a massive bodybuilder. You're literally trying to achieve a shape, okay? So you can see that Leon has got pretty rounded shoulders. He's got a small waist, so he's got that V taper. He's got well-defined abs. His back looks relatively wide. Like from what you can see in this angle through the back of his arms, he's got a wide back. And from this angle, his upper chest, it's just not flat. It's not exactly popping off, do you know what I mean? But it's just not flat. And he's got a thick neck on top of his traps, just tying everything together. Again, the traps aren't exactly monstrous. They're just good. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like this is a physique that anybody could get, basically. And the second case study that I want to look at is English rapper Getz. If you're from the UK, you probably will 100% know who he is. But this first picture is quite an old picture of Getz, granted, okay? But you can see his physique is skinnier. He's got a thinner neck. It's not doing too much for him, okay? And in this second picture, you'll see how much weight he's put on and how much more square he looks in his traps and in his neck. And it just makes him look way more jacked, like without even seeing the rest of his body. It just gives off that image, okay? And fair enough, he's got a beard as well, so like, he looks more masculine. I'm not a huge fan of beards, to be honest, but it works well for him. My point is really for this video is that you could have all the aesthetic muscles popping off, okay? But if you have zero neck, you're gonna look fucking ridiculous because the neck just ties everything together. And you can see this in guys that have like started doing steroids. Have you ever heard the joke of people skipping head day, okay? Because they have like little necks and little heads, but their bodies get too fucking big. So like the neck is the most neglected muscle in the gym. Like I'm the only person in my gym who fucking trains neck. You never see people training neck in the gym, and it's bizarre. Like, why? Think about it logically. If there's a guy that is sizing you up, or you're sizing up a guy, or there's a girl that is checking you out, the first thing that you're going to notice when you look at someone, if they've got layers of clothes on, is their shape, okay? You can tell if somebody is of a size, but all you're really looking for aesthetic is the shape. And you can tell that when somebody is fully clothed, you can tell what sort of shape they have, and the neck is always exposed. And it makes sense, if you can, to make yourself look even more jacked than you are by training your neck. Think about it. Do you want an Andrew Huberman neck? Okay, he's got one of the greatest neck genetics, I guess, that's around. Or do you want a fucking little pencil nerd neck? Think about it. Answer honestly. I'm going to add in my neck routine at the end of this video just for free. You can have it. I feel like everyone should be training their neck. It makes sense. And since I've been doing it, it's brought my physique on massively. At the end of every workout, I do neck exercises. I do 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps of 3 different exercises. First exercise, I take a plate, put it on the back corner of my head and do neck extensions for 15 to 20 reps. After that, put down the weight and continue for another 15 to 20 reps. The last exercise is just left right head turns. You can hold these for half a second each time. Once you've done 15 to 20 reps of these, just repeat the whole process again 3 times with no rest.